Sammy, it takes us probably about 25 minutes, doesn't it, Mr. Harris, to get from our hotel to here? And I talked about you for about 20 minutes. I told them about all your accomplishments. I told them about your publications. I told them that I tried to download your resume and it was 69 pages. I told them about Sea Camp.
What a waste of paper.
I told them about everything. So now, here you are, and they get the privilege of meeting you. So, let's give Sammy a great hand.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to know, is there anyone here from Kansas?
Here?
I was born in Kansas, and I'm going to give you a town, and if he has heard about this town, he's going to be one of the few people from Kansas that knows where this town is.
I'll watch him, he'll lie.
I was born in Mulberry, Kansas. You ever hear of Mulberry, Kansas?
No, but I'll look it up.
Well, do you know where Pittsburgh, Kansas is?
Yes, sir. Southeast Kansas.
That's right. And Mulberry is a small, my father came from, came to this country from Syria in 1914 when he was 14 years old to escape serving in the Turkish army. And he first came to Detroit. Anybody here from Michigan?
Yeah, right.
Okay, I have a connection in Michigan. You know where Highland Park is?
Oh, yeah.
When I was 5 or 6 years old, I spent a year in Highland Park. And I remember 3 things about the place. And this was 1925 and 1926. You know where a place in East Lake Erie called Cedar Point?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I remember going there and seeing all the loop-de-loops and so forth and so on. And I also saw something else there, and I do not know why this caught my eye. I saw windrows of dead fish, and I didn't know what they were. But now, going back and after my education and so forth, I realize now, and all I knew at the time, I grew up as a food provider in my family, hunting, fishing, and gardening. But I knew one of the fish that we had in Mississippi, I grew up in North Mississippi after leaving Kansas. The fish had a shad shape, and that's all I remember about it. And I now learned that it was ly. So in the time when the environmental movement started, one of the first things that came out of all this, that Lake Erie was one of the most polluted places in the world. And it was the pollution that was causing the ly dye. And when I talked to people, I said, well, you know what? ly were dying in 1925 and 1926, and no one wants to believe that I was able to make this connection. And as far as I know, they probably still dying, the LYs.
We get them along Lake Michigan shore every other year, big amounts.
And the other thing I remembered, and I'm told I'm wrong about this, I remembered 2-story buses like the ones they had in England. And I'm told that Detroit area never had 2-story buses. Do you know whether or not they ever had 2 stories? I'm told that they never had.
It was before my time.
Well, I'm talking about 25, 26.
Yeah.